said, how are you doing today? How are you doing today? Y'all already know it is your host, Lacey G. Souldier Turner. And today I got, I usually have one special guest, but I got three special guests with me. But, you know what I'm saying? The first one, he's an actor, producer, writer, editor. He does everything. Got close to 30 films, man. We got Carlos Moreno. We got his actresses, Sandra Santiago and Adriana Fricke. It's just like, listen, I done checked out some of they teasers, the trailers. They got some very special things, but we finna get to know them for real. So without further ado, let me welcome them to the platform. Welcome, guys. How y'all doing today?
Hey, guys.
Hey,
Hi.
how are you?
Good.
So look, before we get into the film work, I want to let the people know a little bit about each one of you. So can you let the people know, where were you all born and raised, and how was your upbringing as a child?
You want to go first?
Oh, wow. Well, I'm Sandra Santiago. I was born, have you heard about El Chapo? I see.
El Chapo. Oops.
Yeah, from Sinaloa, from Mazatlan. I grew up dancing, yeah, and entertaining people, I guess. My dad had a bar and he had music coming over since I was a kid. So we love party and I love to entertain, and that's what I'm an actor.
Oh.
Yes.
Mhm. Hello, how are you doing? I'm Adriana Fricke. I am originally born in Veracruz, Mexico. And I just, when I moved to LA, I just decided to take acting classes, and I just fell in love with it. And here I am, just working.
Hola, ¿cómo están? Mi nombre es Carlos Moreno Jr. I am from San Juan, Texas. I grew up in the fields of Mexico, of Michigan. Working in the fields. I had this crazy dream, and I used to daydream a lot, picking asparagus and strawberries, and I've always wanted to do this. And then I kind of pushed myself to move up here after college. I've been here for a while now, and I'm so blessed to have worked with so many actors, especially these two lovely young ladies that have benefited our project, Pepito's America's Mamadas. I am the writer, producer, director, creator of it, and I'm happy to be here, guys.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna get into that. So I want to ask each one of you, because this field, the entertainment field, especially the film world, it is not for the weak. I remember when I was taking acting classes, I was in school, and people thought, you just pick up a camera and film and that's it. There ain't no work was involved. So all of a sudden everybody started dropping out of the film program, So let me ask you all, what got you into acting or writing and directing? What got you into this field?
Me again, first.
Yeah, first.
Okay. For me, it's like, I remember the first time I felt like I wanted to do this for a living. I did a ballet solo in, I think I was 8 or 12. And I saw the crowd and standing, and the exchange of like those emotions, those feelings, not only me as creating something for them. Oh my God, I still get goosebumps. And I think that's the strength that I have. And I remember one night, our amazing director, he's a genius. He called me one night and he says something about like, what if they can take what you have as an artist, like you cannot do this anymore. Oh God, it was like it had like a knife. It was making my heart like in little pieces. Like, for me, it's everything. It's just the public, the reaction of the public, getting them away from something that they're going through. For me, is what I believe I was born to do. Whatever is happening, if I take them to a drama or a comedy or like some stupid thing that I do, or dancing or singing, it's just like I take them away, and they can criticize me, they can have fun, they can admire me, they can do whatever they want. I'm there for that reason, because I know that they're gonna feel better than how I found them.
Yeah.
That's me.
Okay.
Good. For me, I moved to LA and I started taking acting classes. And I never know how it was like. I was always like confident artist. I never really like I'm kind of, like people don't think, but it's like I'm kind of timid in a way, and so
You?
well, so it's like it kind of like giving myself permission to go for it. And my acting teacher, he was the one that actually guided me and told me, so well, you need to get an agency and blah, blah. So he started telling me all of this stuff, and but I think the moment where I was like, wow, I want to do this is when I started auditioning as an actress, doing commercial work here in LA. And I was like, this is what I love to do. So, because my acting teacher told me, it's going to be a lot of battles and a lot of waiting around. And I was like, okay, well, I have to try and do this and see if I'm gonna like this, right? So I started actually working professionally, and then I was like, I love this. I mean, of course, this doesn't take away the fact that yes, there's a lot of hurdles that you have to go through, and you have to also because you question as an artist, oh, am I doing the right thing? Am I in the right path? And then thank God it's like I'm surrounded by a lot of creative talent, especially here. Carlos Moreno, he's been a great inspiration to me in my career. So it's like, so I'm very grateful always. But yes, really proving to myself and listening to my heart and knowing, because I could have. I mean, I went to school and got a degree and everything, but then it's just like it was always in the back of my mind. It's like I want to do this. I want to try it. Let's see. And once I started working, I was like, okay, this is my path. This is what I want to do.
Gotcha.
For me, so the honest truth is, I watched The Wizard of Oz at a very young age, and I wanted to play the Scarecrow. So I would after watching it as a 5-6 year old, I would get my cousins, and we would. I mean, we didn't understand the song because we're off to see the Wizard, but one the Wizard of Oz because because we're Mexican, so I couldn't understand what the hell they were saying afterward. But we would do the feet and stuff, and then I did some. I went to the church, and I think the Catholic Church, we had those Christmas things, and I was always the shepherd. They never allowed me to be, Joseph. So I was like, I'm the shepherd. So from there, it just became a little thing for me. And I just love, I think we all have a gift, and I think it's a gift. And if we don't use it, we are robbing others from what we have, including all of us, you yourself, whoever's watching, you have a gift. And if we don't do this, it's bad. It's bad for us as artists, because it's like you don't do the best in the world, and it hinders you from fully living in life. So it is a blessing and it is a gift. And so I have to remind myself that I have to rededicate myself as an artist every day. So for those of you that are out there that are artists, that's what we do here. And I can't do it without my friends, Adriana and Sandra being some of them. But to sustain and to be here in Hollywood, you really have to form a group and support each other. Because the people that have made it up there, they already made it. And so it's the next group that comes together. So you got to network and really help each other out. It's not just me, but it's like, how can I help you, and it's vice versa. So if you have that attitude, it's going to work out fine. It might take, there is no, I'm going to do it in 5 days or, a month or 2 years. No, this is a career. And if you look at it in the long run, you're going to be fine. And so that's the way I see it. And that's how I sustained a long time being here. And you got to have a little bit cookiness inside.
That's true.
And training too.
And training,
You need to train. You need to study. You need to be a professional in what you do. It's not
like, don't be late.
Don't be late.
No.
It's okay. Yeah.
Don't make the excuse of the traffic and you're out.
They used to tell me that in film class. They used to say, "Hey, look, if you on time, you're late.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
So
It's
look, so let me say this. So before you ladies came in, I met Carlos, and he has this great energy about him. So I can see why people will be drawn into his energy. So, Sandra, how did you and Adriana meet Carlos?
Well, let me tell you, my family name is Moreno. See, Felipe Moreno is my dad. He passed away, and for some reason I didn't want to take that as my acting name because it's Rita Moreno, right? Then I found out that later, after I put Santiago, that there is another actress called Sandra Santiago. I was like, oh no!
Oh,
But
no.
after I have
Oh,
worked and done all my stuff working as a Sandra Santiago, right?
You literally have his like,
Yeah, yeah.
My real name is Sandra Moreno, right? So it's like I come in and say Sandra Moreno, that's my name, and then I say Morita Moreno. She already won everything, right? So when I win something, they're gonna think that she's my aunt or something, but I get it, for free or for doing
Nepotism,
nothing.
nepotism.
It's like because I have the name. So to make a long story short, I always um knew about Carlos, and because he's Moreno and Moreno, and I always wanted to work with him because he's my relative. He's part of my
Now,
family.
she wants a relative.
And now,
so they're cousins.
yeah, and I kept communicating with him for here and there.
Yeah.
Not like asking him for a job or anything like that, just communicating, like granting bigness about his projects or whatever he was doing, and not really into his project neither. So then for some reason we communicated, and then I found out that he went to the same school I went, and then he had taken classes with Milton Castellas, and he was the master. He only taught la creme de la creme in Hollywood. So I got goosebumps. I just took some of them because I was in the intermediate class, and he was in the sophisticated professional la creme de la creme class. So I was like, he worked with Milton Castellas. I need to work with you.
No wonder you listen to me.
I was like, like a God for me. Yeah, I know he's training. I know.
Sorry. Not a god.
Yeah, because I know the training. I know how it is. It's like Nadia Comaneci, right? And she trained with somebody else, right? Because she knew how that it has to be done, and that's why you find coaches, and that's how you find teachers, and you have to find a group of people to belong to, right? Like you want to be the best you can while you are in this planet, right? So, and we were talking, oh my God, and then I said, well, do you know that now I was like literally in the whole intention about, do you know that your name Moreno is my name? And like that, and I keep communicating with him. Wow, and for some reason he called me, and I love that he called me like 11 p.m. like midnight. I was like,
crazy.
Yeah.
Carlos, you call it late. You call it late at night, Carlos.
I'll see you
No,
tomorrow.
it wasn't booty call. It's just
It was excitement to the top. It was like super high
I didn't know that.
of excitement, and I get excited. I get the same vibe. I was like, he was so excited. I got so excited. And I have this project and this, and oh my God, yes. And this is what we're gonna do. And this is gonna be happening like this. And this is like the character like that. And I just felt so much into that vibe in the same wave that I knew anytime that he called me, he's gonna be like, oh my God, there is news. There is news. I was excited to know what was happening in the life of Carlos, because I knew that he was calling me for a reason. And I, on set, well, that's how I met him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
I didn't know all this stuff.
She's like, you didn't leave me anytime. Not
So, well, for me, Carlos and I we met many years ago, and I knew of him because he was in Transformers. So as an artist, you always look up to, to the ones that are working and breaking into the industry. And then we became good friends. We had a lot of common artist friends, and we got to work together. And he called me for this short film that he was doing, and actually is the origins from Christina and Pepito's Mamadas. And he called me, and I was like, of course, it's like, let's do it. Let's work. Let's collaborate. And then that's just one of the projects that I have worked with him. But of course, we have Lipstick. We have several others.
And then what?
And then he inspired me also to start writing my own projects. And and he's always like helped me out into like, okay, well, mija, you gotta do this. You gotta do it on your own. He's always telling me, it's like
you.
So I knew of Pepito's, he wrote the pilot. We did a reading. There was not a character yet there. And we tried to figure out, okay, how can we collaborate in the project? And then he thought of Christina, when we did And Then What? And he's like, how about if I can just, and then he's like, we started talking about it. And that's how Christina came back to this project. And
happy to have them.
Yes. So it was really awesome. Yes.
Okay. So before I get to you, Carlos, and talk about, to promote Pepito's America Mamados, right? The new web series, I want to let the people see a little teaser trailer.
Great. Yeah, should I get popcorn?
Yes, let's get some popcorn.
We'll be right back. Yeah, here we go.
Ladies, stop. If you walk out of that door, you'll never work in this town again.
Inservible. Loser. Get lost.
¡Ay, Pepito! ¡Y Pepito esto! ¡Que estos pinches Pepitos desgraciados! ¡Mendiga, ya estoy harto de tantas madres! ¡Pinche Hollywood, culero!
Vanilla creamer is a must on set, man. And red licorice.
¡Su madre!
Shit.
How you really feel?
Tell me how I really feel.
Very funny. When I saw that, it was hilarious. I was like, did you get a headache? So, Carlos, what made you come up with, the name Pepito's? What, that's your creative brainchild. What made you come up with that?
Okay, I'll give you the short version of it. So in our cultura, in our culture, Latin culture, there's these jokes that have been around for over 100 years called Pepito jokes. And it's a little boy named Pepito, and he's like worse than Dennis the Menace, Bart Simpson put together. He has he doesn't hold back. And there's the jokes my grandparents who are no longer here, they knew about them. And they passed away back in 2009. So the next generation, some of them don't know this culture icon. I mean, he was before Bart Simpson. And so I said, what if this kid grew up to be a man, and how messed up he would be with all those jokes making him his personality? And then we show also LA, like real LA, like how it is LA, not the Hollywood LA, but the barrios and the this and the that people don't know. So wherever we film something, we go to different areas that don't know, like Pico Rivera, like where is that at? like all these other little the real part of LA, the real essence of people. And so going in there, I think creates this extraordinary story with that character, and then the new people that he surrounded himself with, because he's like a chameleon. He can hang out with the boys, he can be, you know, with the guys, lawyers, doctors, and then, you know, barrio people, whatever. He's everywhere. So I think it makes a good story to make fun of ourselves as a human being species. And hopefully we can, you know, people can just have a good time, like what you just saw, that insanity of how when Hollywood breaks your heart or you're frustrated, this is what you do to yourself. I'm sure we've all done it. Damn it. So the concept is that, and then I wanted to unite all different Latinos, because everybody thinks they're better than everybody. Like Puerto Ricans are better than Mexicans, and Cubans are better than everybody. And so uniting them under the umbrella of Pepito or Jaimito, that's the other name that he has. I think it benefits all of us. And I can sell this from here all the way to South America. People will know who he is.
Definitely. So Sandra and Adriana, could y'all tell me about y'all characters in Pepitos?
You first now, Adriana. I'm being first all the time.
Okay, I'm right. Well, this is Christina. She's the sassy neighbor and noisy one, and she's always in everybody's business. She always picks everybody's mail, and then so she can know everybody's business, obviously, and goes knocking on their doors. And but yeah, she has a curiosity about Pepito and his friends too, and she's a part of the neighborhood as well. She's also hangs out with what's
Trevor?
No. Luela's the girls, yes,
Sassy Cassie,
yes,
and Vivian.
Yeah, and Vivian. And so there's a group of 3 girlfriends too, and they're very different, which is fantastic. Different ethnicities, and they all get along. They all have their own lives. But you know, she's very sexy and also very, like, at the same time very sassy, but in the same way shows a lot of insecurities about how she looks, and you know, she's always very aware of that. So when Carlos told me about bringing Christina into the picture, I was like, oh, that could be fantastic. You know, it's like,
I'm gonna have her be smoking in one of the scenes, because you've done that before.
Yes, and then he's like, so he always gives these ideas, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it, you know. So I'm always, it's like, no, mommy. He tells me, no, mommy, let's do it like this. I'm like, okay, let's do it like that.
Yeah.
So he's a great collaborator, and I love that about it. And so Christina has been just fantastic to play. And then to be around Pepito's world, you know. Yeah.
And Molly guacamole. Well, I'm the neighbor. I have a beautiful avocado tree, and I always giving avocados to my neighbors.
That could be taken in another context.
Okay. That's the context that he has. This mind. See, now Molly is just like a lonely woman living in her house, trying to find people to talk to. Her husband left her, and she has a gorgeous home and a space, and so she's renting a place to Pickles. A very unusual guy,
southern
guy, and so Pepito comes for help sometimes, and I love Pepito. I love to help him in any way, and now he has another problem, and I want to solve it, and that's it. You know, I want to solve all his problems because I don't have anything to do. So I love to be with him, but then this time he brought me a big surprise, and I just got mesmerized for the surprise that I was not even being Molly. I became guacamole. I became guacamole. So everything that is in my imagination become reality. So he made my dreams come true. So I love it. I love my character. And when we were on set, he was like so supportive and letting the character enjoy and be at the moment and be Molly. So I became Molly. And I think people really love Molly.
Yes,
Right? And it's up to you to watch it and give me your opinion about Molly.
So if you've seen Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, this is Pepito's neighborhood.
Okay.
So you get two examples of his neighborhood, like Mr. Rogers. Yeah.
Got you. So all right, Carlos, let me ask you this. With so many web series out here, what would you say separates your web series from others? Why should people watch Pepito?
That's a good question. Next question. So because you're asking the creators, I'm just like, I just put my work into it, my soul, my pride. You see everything about all of it, since I literally I put my whole self in it. So I guess the way what we stand out is we represent a lot of cultures in it, so it's not just one. And then the show has a flavor of acting and drama, not just comedy. See, comedy can be very tricky. Comedy can be very and our comedy is more real. It's not so sticky, so you get to cry. Even though I'm bumping like crazy, what you just saw, it's still, I do cry. I do go through the emotion. So it's not that kind of acting. So maybe that's one of the elements that kind of puts us different. And then the other thing is, sorry about that, is we are very basic. Our funding is here and there and there. So we come from grassroots. And so we show you grassroots of the actual show. And then most of the people up to now I've hired are friends of mine. I could go further. Maybe this season I might have a couple of people that are a little bit up there in the, D-listers or A-listers, actors. But I tend to work with the people that are part of me, and I want to showcase them. So it feels like a family.
Gotcha.
So that's a second, probably. You guys want to add anything else?
Yes, I want to talk about goosebumps about family because the food.
Oh, shoot.
He is not only a genius in the creativity. He makes amazing. He makes homemade frijoles, beans,
like breakfast,
burritos.
I get up early in the morning.
The eggs are like fresh.
Do
you understand? It's like everything is like.
I make the salads.
It's like being at home, with your family, your mom or your sister cooking for you. He cooks for us. Where can you see that? Yeah. And he comes from that, and he's like the caterer, and he's like director. He's like
do it all.
It's very organized. Okay, there's it's not a fun fuss. It's very organized.
Yes,
I have to say, I'm always done. I tell him, it's like, I'm so proud of him because he's so talented, and he deserves recognition. Yes. It's not like, oh, what if? No. It's like he's due his recognition for what he's accomplished so far. And as Sandra speaks, it's like, yes, he cooks for us. I'm so grateful for that. He makes you, when you're on set, you're very comfortable. He gets a makeup artist for us. Obviously he does everything he needs to do as a producer, writer, director, and also all whatever he needs to make sure that the crew is there for us, ready and ready to go. But I tell him, it's like, you are a walk-in studio. I mean,
yes, that's how we can put it. A walk-in studio.
He's a walk-in studio.
Yes.
I'm like, I am so impressed by him. It's like,
So Carlos, they bring you to the set and unpack you, huh, Carlos? Like, let's unpack Carlos.
It takes a village. So, and I have the support. One of the things that I would say to your viewers, if any of them are, any of them are artists, like filmmakers, you guys got to finish the job, and you got to make them feel like like, because you want them to work with you again. So when you show them your real true self and your real intentions, you know, these actors, they will do anything for the project because they see it, because wherever I go, they'll go, vice versa. And so Pepito, you know, they immediately said, "Are you kidding me? We should do it." I mean, it took a long time, but yeah, I don't know what.
We're here.
So where can the people watch Pepito's at?
We have our YouTube channel. It's called Pepito's America is the name of the YouTube channel. And you can watch all the episodes, but we're not sure how long it's going to be there. So make sure you guys watch. So just go YouTube or Google Pepito's America, and then you'll go right away and you can start with episode 1.
Okay. So let me get into this also. I want to talk about your short film, which is on Amazon Prime and Apple TV, Panacea. Can you tell the people about that?
Oh, yeah. So Panacea it came out really fast, really quickly. A DP called me. I'm working with one of the actors outside, another actor, and he needs to do his reel. So I'm like, okay, we could do this scene, blah, blah, blah. He says, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm working with this guy. What are you doing next week?" I go, "No, probably working at, writing." So I have access to an Alexa camera because I'm doing a music video. "Do you want to do something?" I'm like, "What? Alexa?" So it's like, I didn't say yeah. I said F you, and I hung up because I knew where I had to go. So then I told the guy, "Sorry, we're going to change all this. Let's move it all. Let's do something else." Because I only had 9 hours to film that movie. It was 5 hours after he picked it up, and then 4 hours when he returned it, right before he returned it. So I only had that time, and I wrote it within a week. I produced it and casted. I cast a lot of my acting friends from class on this particular one, and it is about dying with dignity, and it's a comedy. So when I showed it, people didn't know how to react. They were laughing, and all of a sudden they were crying at the end. And they were like, people are like, "Oh my God." I go, dying with dignity is, for me, because I had a personal experience, well, we've all had, and it's really horrible to see people suffer. I mean, we put our little pets away, euthanasia, and, they fall asleep. It's so much better. But when people want to go, and I had this with one of my aunts, they don't want to, they like, "I want out," and you can't do anything. So all you got to give them is morphine. And it's horrible for them. But in the future, there are particular places in the world, especially in Europe, where you can die with dignity and you can decide. So I made this hopefully in 2027, which is, we got 3 more years, that we create a law where people can die. Because even though it's a law in certain states, the pressure in the family is so intense. They got to crush pills. They got to do this. You only have 30 minutes before this pill and then the next one. And the whole family is stressed out that it's still not viable. So in Panacea, you get to see a little party before the individual departs with this loved one. But nobody knows this until you see it. So it's a dark comedy, but it's out of respect and love for those that are suffering, that they have a right to choose how they want to go peacefully with no pain. And so it's that hard, saying, if this would have happened to me, this is the way I would like to go with my friends and family, and a little tequila.
Gotcha.
That's for Carlos.
So Sandra, I want to ask you a question too. So I saw that you appeared alongside Oscar nominee Angela Bassett,
Yes, I love Angela. Yeah. Looking forward to working with you, baby.
The TV show 911. So can you tell the people what that experience was like?
Angela, you know what? When I was on set, it was her birthday. She's so adorable. And when we went back on the trailer, she was with us on the the van that take us from the set to our trailers. I'm like, oh my God, that woman is like the powerhouse. Like, I am very blessed to have worked with her, and looking forward to work more with her.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I feel like a kid in the candy store, like I'm with her, and she has like the magic credit card. We can get everything. That's the power she has. Like, that's strength, like
yeah, she doesn't have a wand. She's
yes,
got the credit card.
She has like maybe she's adorable, like very down to earth,
Yeah,
but she has this presence like the king, like the queen, like the kings and queens, this presence of royalty. It's like her beings is so huge. Her
yeah.
And I felt that, oh my God, you allow me in your territory. And I felt,
you allow me in your territory.
oh, so I'm your territory too. So, yeah, yes, I felt like a queen too. Yes, okay, I feel you. So that's how I felt, it's like, you are one of my prodigies. You are one of us. Absolutely. I felt that way, and that's what I can tell you about Angela Bassett.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me go to Adriana. I got a question for you too. So I saw that you got 2 horror films, It Finds Me and White Land, that you writing and producing. So can you tell the people about that?
It Finds Me, yes, is a horror film, and it's about a friend that it starts experiencing supernatural forces that is like it's actually hunting the closest person to her, right? So that's and we see that through. I can't talk a lot about the premises, but you see that throughout the entire story. It's pretty much about friendship and what is it that you can do to help out a friend, a closest person to you. And Wildland is about a scientist who is in the middle of Antarctica, and she's actually she studies bacteria, and once one gets loose, then it's about like all that dynamics. What is it that she can do to save the world, but yes, it's been fantastic writing the scripts, and I very much love that part of the artistic side of acting. And also because I've noticed, well, for so many years there's been a lack of material for strong female talent. And then I started just working writing scripts, and I also have it's an episodic historical TV show that I'm writing right now. And so yeah, because I want all of us to keep on working, and it's not just for me. It's like and then I've learned this also with Carlos. You write for others, not just for you. And to me, I feel like right now it's the moment where you need to step up. You really need to step up and do something for our community. And it's just not for the Hispanic community. It's for the Asian community, also for the African American community, because we all want to work. We all want to be represented. And I feel that very strongly. So that's the reason why I started writing this project. So, and it's been a joy to do that. So
okay. All right, so look, I have a question for each one of you. Y'all been in the entertainment industry for a while. What would you say has been your greatest challenge along your path?
Wow.
Me first?
Yes.
You.
I'm in the, believe it or not, I'm in the, I'll be very, I've been very honest, but I'm an honest guy. I don't know, brother. I'm questioning about myself as an artist. So like, remember I told you I have to rededicate myself every day. And I do question myself if I can sustain this, because all of us, I'm sure, we feel we're not being seen. So when I'm directing and I'm writing, I look at that and I'm like, I see you. I see you. I see you. Yeah. And so I don't know, bro. It's basically not being sure that I can do this tomorrow. I might just wake up. So it's literally looking at inside myself, and I do it every day, man. I did it this morning. It's like, do I really have time to set up here and do this interview? It's like, I'd rather just go to the beach or do something completely different and get away from the insanity, because it is insane. So it is the challenge is to really have that. Milton said that you needed to have belief.
There you go. That's what I'm following you.
Yeah.
Like
You see how it went there? I just
E.T.
went boom. And it is the belief that has to be there. And you gotta believe it to the nth degree. And that's what I have to do every day. So that's been the challenge, is that continuing that belief that beautiful MFer said that I had to have, and I have to continue on. So that's the challenge for me. And he said, that's all you need. Once you have the belief, anything's possible.
Gotcha.
That was beautiful. So
Yeah, sounds like a script, not a plan. What about the rest of you guys?
I think because you're asking about the biggest challenge, right?
Yep, the greatest challenge on your path.
I think the biggest challenge is, as Carlos, as Carlos, in the same talking as Carlos, you always question yourself, right? As an artist. But I think is that the biggest challenge is the lack of work out there, the lack of no work, the lack of opportunity. So, and there you go again. It's like I go to the point. It's like, okay, well, we have to do something about it. Creating Pepito Mamadas. That was like, okay, let's do this. So the challenge is to recognize that there is a hurdle that you need to jump, and then to keep always, your head straight and see the end. And then just continue because as Carlos also suggested, we're always questioning ourselves. We're always questioning, am I doing the right thing? Am I hitting myself in the same wall again? What is it that I can do to overcome that and continue and keep a balance in life? Because you have to have a nourished and full life, and it can't just it has to be a part of it, like a part of your life. So keeping a balance is also very important. But yes, I think it's like seeing the opportunity. We need more opportunity out there. That's the fact, and so, but we're there. We're working on that, we're solving that issue.
All right, so it's me now. The biggest challenge is, as my partners here said, the challenge of getting the jobs, getting the jobs, the proper jobs to be a successful professional actor. Jobs that will create an influence in society, influence in your house, in your environment, as a leaders in the community, that type of jobs, right? And I think that's the main thing. That's why we all have to have like the big purpose in life. What is our purpose? Because if we don't have a big purpose, we will not be here, neither of us. So I think the biggest challenge is that to give us more opportunities to work. We are ready to work. We are very talented, and we want quality work. We deserve quality work in like a lot of artists.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, where is the Latin artists? We're here. We're here for you. So if you're looking for artists like us, big projects that you have, like big companies,
do that promotion.
We are trained. We're smart. We have life. We have everything. We are here trained for you and to entertain you. And the big companies need to see us. And that's why we doing everything we can to be like those companies. But they're huge billion of dollars that they have the money. We have the talent. Why don't we combine both, and we can influence the world?
Right. And even with that, I'll do one little, So even with Pepito, just getting it in front of the Academy, the Emmys, because we've been considered, 2 years in a row, very blessed. Just having that knocking on the door with the Academy, and I'm really grateful that the Academy has given us that opportunity to say, look at this work, guys. So the next step is selling it and making like the actual pilot, and boom, it'll go. So you guys are out there, check it out.
Hey, look. I said you might have just mentioned it, but on the flip side of that, I want to ask each one of you, what has been your greatest accomplishment in the field?
The greatest accomplishments would probably be, finishing the job. Any job. Let's just go there. Because once you finish one thing, it gives you a sense of security that you can do anything, like the next thing. I didn't know how to write, so I had to learn how to write. I didn't know how to direct. All I wanted was just to act. I keep on saying this in interviews. All I wanted was to act. And so now that I've accomplished that, then I go to the next thing to think. So it's creating this. If this show gets picked, when this show gets picked up, I always
when. That's right.
I do that on purpose now with her.
Look at this girl. Look at this talent. We need to be seen.
When the show gets picked up, it'll be the achievement that I have done the purpose of giving it all, and with the warts and the farts and the comedy and the danger and the pathology, all of these, I've given it all. I achieved it all. Because this is not the only project. I started to sound like Biden. This is not the only project I have.
Not getting to politics. No, left or right. We are artists. We entertain the world.
We do both left and right.
Yes, we are. We are everything.
So it's we got other projects. This is not so achieving one will get us. So it's basically, this has been the biggest achievement right now for me. But I got 2 more that are really good.
Okay. What about you, Adriana and Sandra?
For me, greatest achievement. Oh my God. So I think this is more like a personal achievement. But moving to Los Angeles, to the U.S., that was, I consider one of biggest achievement. Because I didn't speak the language. I had no one here, No, I had just a cousin of mine was here. So, moving away from family was a big deal too. But then I think living life every day with happiness, and then being positive. I think that's a great achievement in life. Keep yourself happy and healthy, because everything else we can do, right? I mean, everything else is achievable.
Yes.
If you put your mind, body, soul, and into it, yes, it's like we can achieve everything. We can. Yes.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I said, did I really say the word fart for the first time? I did. My first time I said it.
You said it. For me, let me tell you, my big achievement is like, I'm happy. I'm happy all the time because I'm doing what I love. That's the bottom line. But I love to see the check. I love to see the money.
The biggest achievement is getting paid.
The money to do what I love, to go to Puerto Rico, to go to the UK, to go to other countries and do what I love and get the money in the bank. It's like,
that's achievement.
Man. Like, wow. I'm a professional actor. I'm not just the clown. Right? I'm not just I'm not just doing it because I love to do that, because we love to do what we do. So sometimes we feel like, is this a job? This is not a job. This is not a job, right? Because we enjoy it so much. Then where is the exchange? And the exchange, we see it, and the world see it in the money. Because the money, we can create products, we can make movies, we can make TV shows, we can exchange and help everybody. So
money.
Money.
The money.
Money, positiveness, and then
I forgot.
So let me ask you. Let me ask you.
positiveness, and then creative.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So let me ask you all this. Y'all been acting, writing, directing. What advice would you give someone trying to come into the acting field or writing or directing? What advice would you give these people?
Don't listen to anybody. Listen to yourself mainly. Take advice, like listen to others. Don't whatever notes you can apply to yourself, but don't go because everybody has their own different routes to get there. So everyone has a different path, a path to get to the finish line. These two ladies have their own path that I have completely. I'm sure your viewers too. So the advice, like I said, if you're going to listen, only take the advice that's going to help you. I would also say, try it at least, okay, I'm going to try to go to this event, I'm going to try to write a little bit more or do this. But in actuality, you really have to listen to yourself because that is you. You're going to be showing it. It's not Sandra's project or Adriana. I can give you, sorry, that's Cujo in the back. It's not Sandra's project or Adriana. It's my project, but I listen to them. And then I end up writing a letter, so we collaborate. But sometimes I'm like, no, we're going to go this way. So you do have to collaborate, to be open, yes. But listen to yourself probably is the biggest thing. And don't give up.
Gotcha.
Never give up. Question yourself, rededicate yourself, but don't give up. And then the best thing is have fun. Because if you're not having fun, you're working. And what? We don't work.
Yes,
we just have fun.
We have fun. Yeah.
Those are the three things.
Because if we die tomorrow, we're happy.
Well, we are going to die eventually. So.
Yeah.
What about What about you, Adriana, Sandra? What advice would y'all give?
Say Pepito.
Pepito likes tequila.
You like money.
You like money.
Money.
Oh my God.
Right? It makes the, how do you say? Lisa Minnelli. Lisa Minnelli.
Okay, go on.
Okay, it's your turn.
My turn.
Yes.
Advice. The advice for viewers and people who would like to get into the entertainment industry. At this point, I feel like you should be able to wear every hat if you can. Learn from everything.
That's true.
If you have an idea, develop it and then show your talent that way. That's my advice now. Although there's still like the regular route that is like get an agency, get trained, start auditioning. And that's also, everybody has a different path, and it's fine. But then follow your path, also receive advice, and then adjust to better yourself,
Yep.
And that's my advice.
Yeah, and my advice is train.
The money.
The money.
Get the money.
The money.
Yes, number one.
Get financing.
Yeah, it's true.
It's financing.
Yeah.
You need the money to invest in yourself.
Yeah, it's true.
You need money to invest in yourself.
That's true.
If you don't put that money in you, who's going to put it?
Exactly.
You need money to take classes. You need to take classes.
That's
no matter who you are. Yeah, you can be like the gorgeous, like girl, like tall, skinny, blonde, blue eyes, or whatever that project is looking. But if you cannot deliver, they're going to take you away. Put next one that knows the lines and how to deliver, that wastes less time. So it's training, study, get better yourself, get better here. Your mind needs to be clean. Don't do drugs, because if you do drugs, everything, everybody else, you understand? And it's not only about you. We are a group. I had to take care of her and him. And if I get drugs, I'm somewhere else. I'm not there. Mm-hmm. So that's, invest in yourself. Anything that you're going to do for yourself, no matter how much money. If you have the money, if you have $1, invest it in you. Or 50 cents for you, 50 cents to eat, right? But invest in classes, invest in training, invest in getting your health in your body, like in your mind, your teeth. Like your makeup, your diction.
And if for some amount of if you cannot, because I didn't have a lot of investment in the very beginning.
Yes.
What I did was I used to observe people a lot and watch movies a lot from the people that you admire.
Yes, I agree with that. Look at those artists that you love and you want to represent, like you like that type of work. Like I love Angela Bassett. She's a figure, like a potential, like not a potential. She has a lot of potential. That's what I meant to say, a lot of energy, a lot of love, a lot of things to give to the world. To be able to get into that quality of life, you need to do things, certain steps. So what did she do? Where did she go to school? Where did she study?
Yeah.
Like, did she just got an Oscar because she
no,
right?
They
all have to do certain steps. So,
I
that's my advice to everybody. Invest in yourself. And yes, you need money. So if you don't have the money, create the money. Like go and work, go and sell tacos on the street. Tamales if you don't know how to do, or just candy, gums, or whatever, and just
as long as it's legal.
I
said as long as it's legal, right?
Yeah.
Yes, as long as it's legal, because then you go in jail and then it's about like the whole.
No, then you do a movie about it.
Then
you do a movie.
No, don't do anything illegal, because then you destroy your life, and what we're here is to make our lives better.
Happy.
Right?
Yeah. All right. Do any one of you have anything else coming up that you want to promote?
Yeah, I have a film coming up. I believe it's called Dominique: The Rise of the Phoenix. That's Dominique. I think we will have a limited theatrical release through Lionsgate starting October. I want to say the 17th or somewhere around there, the middle of October. And then it'll go to the platforms. I think it's going to be like 2 weeks in theaters and it'll go, but it's Lionsgate. That's my next thing. And right now I have a short film called Alejandro. I play a father and a piñata. I buy a piñata. It's a beautiful film. It's about a piñata that gets destroyed. Sorry. And I play the father that buys the piñata, but it's been doing pretty well in the festival. It's more meaningful. It's about life, basically. We are piñatas in a way. And I think that's it. And working on this. So this is the other thing.
And for me, it's like it finds me is like starting production soon. So it's like, let's wish us luck, and we'll let you know when it's available to watch.
Okay.
Good.
I already know what you got coming up. Money.
That's what I'm expecting with the next movie that I'm going to be in. It's going to be the release in October. It's Holy Cash. And there's a lot of big names in it. It's a comedy, and I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to have the money so I can contribute to all of this.
She's becoming a producer.
I can be a producer, right, and create more projects. Yes, because I would like to help more, and I think we know a lot by now, and so we just need to step up.
Yep.
So Holy Cash, please, I cannot even talk. Please watch it.
It's Holy Cash.
Holy Cash.
Holy Cash.
Holy Cash.
Okay.
It's so funny.
Like
Holy Cash.
Holy Cash is so funny, you guys. When I watched the trailer, oh my God. It's so funny.
All right, that's all. We can't tell us anymore. All right, go.
All right, so look, let the people know where can they find y'all at if they want to get in contact with you or see what you got going on.
Okay, so for me, social media, it's Carlos Moreno Jr. All social media platforms, that's my handle. And then carlosmorenojr.com. That's it. So those two things. So my website and social media. My name.
Yeah, the same thing for me. It's like social media too, Instagram. You can find me on Adriana Fricke. IMDb me, and then you can find also my representative out there too, or shoot me something in Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is, like whatever, which I'm not. Yes.
The website.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
For me, Sandra Santiago. I also is sandrasantiago.com. Hire me.
She needs some money.
We don't need it. Yes. Hire us. We are,
Sandra Santiago.
we are
Sandra.
we are for hire.
Sandra is your social media.
Sandra Santiago. You find me everywhere.
Just type in Sandra Santiago. Y'all find her. Okay.
And let's have fun in life.
All right. So my last question that I love to ask all my guests: when it is all said and done, and you are long gone from this earth, what is it that you want the people to know about you?
Oh, you mean like me? Like what's on my tombstone?
Before,
What you want them to say? Like, hey, he was this type of guy. He was
Okay. Oh, you want what people want to say? Oh, Carlos was like individual that had fun, didn't hold back, lived his life to the fullest. He was undeniable. You should have met him at his home when he was alone. And he loved to dance because he interpreted music through his body, and he was a vessel of art. Oh shoot, I need to write that down.
Write it.
Next.
Wow. That's such an intense question. It really is.
Think about it.
Well, I mean, because what is it that I want to leave behind, kind of thing. But it's mostly like how people feel about you, right? So I would love people to feel that she was like Adriana Fricke was a force and a force of energy and positiveness, and she was awesome, and given and talented. I don't know. It's like, I mean, it's kind of like
Next question.
It's such an intense question.
It's
like, wow.
So we need to reflect on that.
Yes.
Okay, I don't need to reflect it.
They'll say she wanted the money.
I want people to remember me as a good friend.
Oh, that's good. Simple.
I
love it. She's a great friend.
I love it. I love it too. All right, man. Listen, make sure y'all watch Pepito's Mamadas. You know what I'm saying? The web series is great. Y'all see it right there. Go check it out. From that clip, y'all know that it is super funny. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna have a great time. Everybody looked like it was family, like you said, Carlos. So thank you all for this interview. Y'all had great energy. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Bar that we will see y'all next time on Pull Up the Curtain with G Souldier. Y'all have a good day.
Yes, you too.